I'm here with my Fungus kimono. I want to show you how I knit together my right sleeve edge band, and I just turned my kimono inside out. So this is my back side and these are my front sides, and they are now facing each other. And I will knit together the sleeve edge band here from the back side. I am going to show you how I will pull through all these stitches, through all the all the rows here. And here's the cast on edge. This is in front, and my needle with the stitches on are behind the cast on edge. And I'll grab an empty needle, and the first stitch I will have to pull through a stitch hole here. The first stitch hole on this cast on edge, and the first row here is a purl row. It's a purl row where I have slipped the purl rows, and here you have a strand, and behind this strand there is a purled stitch hole. And I will now put my empty needle down through this stitch hole like that. Then I will grab onto my needle here with the stitches on, and now I will slip the first stitch on this needle. I will slip it purlwise onto my needle I have in my right hand like that. And now I will pull this stitch through the stitch hole up here like that. Now the next row here, it's a knit row, and I will find a knit stitch hole here. I will put my needle down through it, and then I will slip the next stitch on my left needle, or the needle I have in my left hand, and I will slip this stitch purlwise onto the right needle like this. And now I will pull it through here. Now the next stitch hole is in a purl row, and you can see all the purl stitches here, stitch holes here, and I will put my needle into a stitch hole, and I will slip a stitch here from the needle, and I will slip it purlwise. But I'll just tell you that, you see, this is a knit stitch and this was a purl, and this is because on the back side of a purl stitch you will have a knit stitch row. So it always has to be the opposite stitch I will have to pull through. So here I have a knit row, and I will pull through a purl stitch. So a stitch hole in a knit row here, and I will slip a purl stitch like that. Now I will find a stitch hole in a purl row. It's here, and I will slip this knit stitch purlwise onto my right needle, and I will pull it through my purl stitch. And a knit stitch, and I will slip a purl stitch, pull it through, a purl stitch, hole, and a knit stitch, a knit stitch, hole, and a purl stitch slipped purlwise, pulled through here. And I'll do that all the way until I have 3 stitches remaining, and then I'll be back. Now I'm here at the edge of the sleeve edge band, and I am about to find a stitch hole in this purl row with slipped purl stitches, and again it's a bit harder to find the stitch hole behind the strand, but it's, of course, it's there. So I'll just put my strands aside here, and then there's a stitch hole beneath the strand there, and I will slip a knit stitch purlwise and pull it through. Then I have a knit stitch here and a purl stitch. Now the last stitch here on my needle, I will have to pull through the outermost chain here. Here, you see, and I will slip it purlwise. There. Now it's time to, I'll just turn around here, and it's time to knit and bind off the stitches. So I'll knit a stitch, and I'll knit another stitch, and now I will pull over this stitch by taking my my needle in my left hand, putting it from the left side towards the right into the last stitch here, and pulling this stitch over, and I will knit another stitch, and I'll do exactly the same. This is a regular bind off technique. I'll just keep on knitting one stitch and then pulling this one over, knit the stitch, and I will do that all the way towards the end. I'll get back when I'm over here. Now I'm here, I have only one stitch left to knit, and I will pull my stitch over, and now with only one stitch left on the needle, I will have to pull the yarn through. I have cut the yarn already, so I'll just have to do like this. Boop. And now my edge band is knitted together. Here is the back side, and I have my yarn end here, and I will have to sew it in. And here you see my front side. I have to close this little hole here, of course, but I want to show you how nicely those rows are lying towards each other on each side of the knitted together edge here. Yeah,